drifting bubbles, a mesmerizing dance, lost in the moment, given a chance. Aquarium thoughts, they drift and they sway like the gentle current at the end of the day. Serene angelfish gliding with grace, a world of wonder in a watery space. The hum of the filter, a constant refrain, a symphony of life, washing away the strain. Worries dissolve in the calming blue. Aquarium magic, just for me and you. Aquarium thoughts, they drift and they sway like the gentle current at the end of the day. Emerald corridor sifting the sand, a miniature river held in my hand. So next time you're feeling stressed and low, just take a moment, watch the water flow. Aquarium thoughts, a calming sight, a little piece of peace beneath the gentle light.
Hello, good morning and good afternoon, or whatever time it is where you're watching this. If you're watching the replay, it might be night, it might be morning. I have no clue when you're watching this. But anyways, I'm Dave, and with Dave's Aquarium Thoughts. Today I am just basically doing a little live stream as I set up my computer here, my new laptop, in order to do the streaming. Unfortunately, back in July, my other laptop had some issues and I needed to replace it, and therefore I am basically doing this, just basically setting up my streaming software. So it might not be the most interesting live stream ever, but I figure the best way to set this up is actually doing a live stream and setting up, and hopefully that you guys will be here to join me in that. Anyways, good morning. How's everyone doing out there? Yep, the wrong way. Just kind of trying to set up my cameras to where they need to be. I do need to do a little tweaking here on this. Good morning, I'm up at 929. How's it going today? Basically, right now I'm just kind of setting up my computer for live streaming. It's just a matter of just getting everything set. Unfortunately, I replaced my laptop, and when I did that, I kind of didn't bring all the settings with me, so therefore I have to redo everything, including when I do the actual recording stuff. I have to redo all of that, which is one of the many reasons why I haven't been releasing a lot of content or doing these live streams, primarily because I'm not set properly for that. But right now, that's what I am doing. I do figure out I probably do need to move this camera a little, primarily because I don't like the way it's set up. Kind of because where my camera is and where my laptop is right this way and my camera is right there. So let me see if I can move this over on the other side of my chair. Desk here, and let's see if that has a better. Yeah, I probably don't want to aim it that way. I don't know. I think maybe if I move the laptop this way and move the camera more this way, tilt it back this way, lower this a little, and probably close the door to that room right there. That might be a better picture. All right, there we go. That might be just a little bit better. Let me move my chat right there. Yeah, computers, not your forte. Let me see here. Yeah, I guess that'll do. I used to have a nice little background on here to block all the things in my background. There we go. That'll probably be good imagery right there. That'll probably be a good view. Yeah. I'm pretty good with computers, but unfortunately, when I changed everything out, I screwed up. I didn't back up everything the way I thought it would. Unfortunately, you probably still. I know. I probably do need. Let me. Yeah, it's just a matter of just finding the right angle and keeping it there. But a lot of other things changed as well when I did that. We got new and basically a new living room area. We got a new couch and all that, so things changed a little. We got rid of the background that I used to have back here. That way you didn't see my kitchen right there. Kind of an open floor plan where this is at. Let me move that. Alrighty. So basically, right now I'm working on is the camera settings, desktop settings, where I can actually share a browser. I do need to find a way to connect the phone again, because I do eventually want to do some other fun things like The Price is Right again, as well as the fishy news, which I do need to connect my phone for that. I could probably do it with the web browser, but I typically like doing that with the phone. It's just a lot easier. But right now I do need to, hopefully my mic level is okay. I think it is. From my monitoring section, it does look fine. Please let me know if you're listening, if you could let me know on how the sound sounds. I will probably listen to it once I get to my replay. I'll probably watch a little bit of the replay and see how the audio is on there. Let me go ahead and duplicate this one. That way I create a new scene right here, which basically shows my plan is to actually have two cameras going at some point. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Good. Okay. So I do have two cameras for my live streaming. One I could put on the aquariums if I want to, like this one right here, which is my 20-gallon long. Let me see if I can. Nope, I can't go any lower than that. Let me see here. I do want to resize this one. Let's see, on this setting it'll be large, and I'll have this camera moved up, but smaller. Yeah, there, block the light there. Yeah, block the light right there. And you can see my fishies, my 20-gallon long right there. But I really don't like how that light is kind of glaring into the camera. But let's see here. Oops. There we go. So this is basically a big testing stream for the most part. There you go, that's better. That way you can just see the aquarium as opposed to, say, my light. This, of course, is my 20-gallon long, where I do have some cardinal tetras in there, some corydoras, and probably an African butterfly fish somewhere in there somewhere. I don't know where he's at right now. Probably in one of the corners hiding. Occasionally when he gets startled, he does kind of go down and, oh, there he is right there. There he is. There's my African butterfly fish right up there in the corner there. All right, let me see if I could get going on here. So I got that going. Basically, I'm just creating scenes. That way, when I want to share stuff, I could actually share stuff. I'll go back to camera number one right there. And as you can see, this is a little demonstration on that, where I switch scenes. I don't need this camera on this one. And hopefully that doesn't mess up. Nope, that does mess up that one. A lot of trial and error and making sure I don't screw up things when I do this. But I do plan on doing more regularly live streams. I don't know if I'll be doing it every week or whatnot, but I do have plans for live streams. Once I get more audience in the morning, I'll probably do giveaways again, which is my hope. Let me duplicate this one. This one is going to be, this is going to be for my web browser, so I could actually share my screen if I need to share anything on a web browser. Let's see, I don't need camera, don't need that camera on this setting, but I do need, what I do need is a whatchamacallit, a web browser screen. So I do need to add a scene there. Is it window capture? I think it's window capture. Let's see here. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I do want to share this rather than my screen on there. So there we go. And that, of course, will show my web browser. Although I do need a, I think I do need to fix the there, web browser. There, I don't need to share the super top. I just need to share the super bottom. Let me see, and I do need to, yeah, that's the one downside on this. The hard part is getting everything figured out where I'm not sharing too much, but I'm just making sure I share enough. There you go. Hopefully that's visible enough. Let me see, make this a little bit larger. I do need to fix the background because I don't like the way that the background is. I do need to move this down. That way you can still see me on camera, and I could always, and if I wanted to, I could always just declare myself on camera. One thing I do not like is all the extra space. Do not like all the extra space sitting on the bottom right there, so I do need to hide the black. I don't like the black there. Let's see here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That might be a little bit better. Or I could just have, hey, Bare Bottom Brenton, how's it going today? I'm just basically setting up my computer for live streaming. I figured I'll go live while I do this. This is for future streams. I just need to, I just figured it'd be better doing this live rather than just unlive. Primarily because then I can see how everything works when I'm all set up. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the most interesting stream whatsoever. Of course, I do have my fishies right there. Well, some of them anyways. My cardinal tetras and my corridoras. And my African butterfly fish, which is kind of hiding in the corner. Actually, no, let me move this guy right there. There, that way. That way it is on my African butterfly fish rather than, that way you can see that too. There you go. That's my African butterfly fish right there, kind of hanging on the top. Hopefully you guys caught my videos on the Aquashella, my day 1 and my day 2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I do have another video that'll be coming up, which is on a new heater I installed in my 40-gallon, which is the Higer, one of the ones from Higer. I will be probably working on that video and editing that hopefully today or tomorrow night, and I'll have that later on in the week. So I have that coming up too. Let's see here. If I wanted to, I should probably add my other camera in here too. Let me add the other camera in here too. That might be a better backdrop rather than the thumbnail. Like I said, this is not going to be the most interesting. This is not going to be the most interesting stream in the world. Oh, okay, that's an interesting picture. That's just too large of a picture, though. So, like I said, I'm just setting things up right here. I do want to be streaming in the future, and in order that, I do need to set this up. I really wish I kept all my settings. If I kept all my settings, this would have been a lot more easier because I had it all nice and set before. Unfortunately, I gotta hide that. There we go. That's probably a better view, even though you're only seeing a little portion of my tank back there. I guess what's his name probably ended his stream. But anyways, how's in the world for all the newcomers? How's it going today? Hopefully your day's going well. I do have a fish club meeting today, so I'll be going to that later. It's the Coast Fish Club, which meets down in Fountain Valley, California, at the Senior Center. I'll be going to that later. That starts at 12 today. It's typically the first Sunday of the month, which is today. So I'll be going to that. I will be buying some more plants because I do need to fill in. Some of these, some of this area in this tank right here. I do want to add some more plants. That's another thing I do have coming in the future is I do have a new. I did buy a new light for this bottom aquarium right here, which is my 20-gallon long. It's just one of the lights I wanted to try out for the longest time. And I will be eventually doing a video on that as well. I still need to record that one. I do have a video coming out on the heater I installed in this tank right here. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Just trying to figure out what else I need to do for this live stream thing, which I do need I did have, if I was going to step away from the stream, I did have a page for that, which I need to get fixed as well. So let me go ahead and work on that. Like I said, I apologize for being probably the most boring stream in the world, being fish keepers. I am just currently just kind of playing around with my settings here. I know you do have another stream coming up from who's that? A local fish store extravaganza. Someone else is streaming soon. Let's see here, mention comment. But yeah, I just need to get this all set up. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it looks like the Hawaiian Fish Keeper just released a video. I'll have to watch that later. Right now, I'm looking for some photos I had. I created some photos for this, and unfortunately, I can't find them anymore. Because I lost all that fun jazz back when I screwed up my computer. And I didn't back up everything the way I should have. Let me see here. What am I looking for? Yeah, darn, I gotta remember how I made that. I did create the image. I forget where I created it at. Let's see here. Because I do need to re-download it again. Let's see, no, it wasn't there. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Okay, let me see if I can still download it from here. Let me see here. And of course, a lot of the music I lost too. I did have music basically that went along with it, so I'm gonna have to basically fix that as well. And it looks like, okay. It looks like my computer is definitely holding up on this way. Before, I had my old computer, it had lots of issues when I did this. But it looks like this is handling it just perfectly fine right now. If you see any things on the out in there where it's kind of like buffering, I apologize. I'm not quite sure on how well this will work because, like I said, this is a new computer. Let's see here. It's a newer computer, anyways. Yeah, it's definitely a new computer for me. Definitely. Let me see here if I have any. Oh, okay. Oh, good. I still have it. Okay. Just need to find it so I can download it. I can find it. Oh, don't tell me I don't have it. Looks like I don't have it anymore. Gosh darn it. Oh man, looks like I'm gonna have to redo it. But it is what it is. Yeah, it looks like I will have to recreate that. I don't have it saved anymore unless I have it in my backup somewhere. Let me see if I can find it in my backup area. Maybe I do have it saved somewhere. Like I said, this is not the most. It's not the most. It's not the most interesting stream in the world. Let's see. It's old stuff. It's old stuff's not going to be in there. Yeah, whenever you change laptops, or computers, make sure you save things properly. Let's see here. No, that's not what I want. Fonts. Oh, okay, save fonts in there at least. At least I was able to save a lot of things properly, but not what I'm looking for right now. But it looks like I do have to just, I will have to work on creating something new. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably have to work on that later. But in the meantime, I guess I can create. What I can do is I can create a coming soon. So let me just duplicate this. Let me do it this way. Stay tuned, which is going to be a new one. I don't need my cameras on there, but I'm going to keep my cameras on there for the time being. Primarily just because. That way, eventually this scene will not have my microphone, which I'm speaking on right now, and it won't have the cameras. Primarily, this is for when I step away from the camera. Anyways, I do want to thank everyone for being here and watching, even though it's not the most interesting one in the world. I will eventually do more interesting ones. Let me see here. I do want to download this. How do I download this? I forgot how to download this. All right, there we go. All right, so I got that in there. Let me see here. Yeah, this scene right here is going to be for like when I step away. So let me give a nice little imagery right here. Let me see if I can find what I want. This one right here, I will need to. This one's just a temporary one until I create a new one. Let me find an image I want on here. Yeah, there we go. Let me choose that one. Let's see, that's going to go right here like I used to have it. And this, of course, I don't need this camera back there, but I'm going to wait on that for now. One thing I do need to get set up is my chat. That's another thing I need to work on is my chat scene. So let's work on that right now. Because when I do the stay tuned, I do want to have chat on there. So let me create a new, let's see here, chat. A lot of the stuff on this chat thing is going to be removed. Let me see here. Okay, so that's active. Why? Okay, why is that showing there? That should not be showing. Okay, that's web browser. That's chat. Oh, I know why. This is not where I. Okay, that's why it's showing that. All right, let me go back to this one right here. I do need 2 messages, text to speech. No, I don't need that. Overlay. Mechanics, styling. No, don't need chatbots. How do All right, let's see. I think this is how I did it. It's just fun just trying to get this figured out. It's been a while since I did this. Let me see here. So chat was this. Let me see here. Let me see here. Oh, darn! Darn it! I need to add something here. Docs. Oh, I totally need to fix. That's what I need to add to this. It was a doc for this program, and I don't have the doc right now. Let's see if I can still. Let me see if I can still add the. Let me see if I can still at least add the chat for the time being, and I will have to work on getting the doc later. Let me see here. Nope. Media source? No, not media source. Not video. Oh, maybe it is media source. Let me see here. Let me see here. Not local file. No. What? Darn it. I'm trying to remember what this thing was and how to insert it because it's been a while since I set this up. No, it's not window. Not that. Not text. I think it is media source. Colored? No. Audio source? No. Maybe it is media source. So I'm just working with OBS Studio. Just trying to add stuff. No. Okay. I guess let's see here. Chat box. Let me edit that. No, don't want that. Darn it. Crap muffins. Sometimes working with computers is not the easiest thing in the world. Let's see if that does anything. I don't know. Let's see. That didn't seem to do anything. So yeah, that didn't seem to do anything. I don't need 2 of those. I don't think it did anything. Did it do anything? Don't know if it didn't know. Nope, that's the logo. That's my logo. That's my chat box. No, that's the logo. I want chat box. Where's the chat box at? I can't see my chat box. No, I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. I don't think that's the correct thing. This might be something I'm gonna have to research on it later and hopefully get this working next time. Let me see here. Maybe. Looks like I'm gonna have to go on the web and figure this out. Let's see here. Add box to OBS. What's that? What program is that? Social streaming. All right, let's see if I could read on this here. Yep, good old Google. Let's see. OBS. Oh, add a new browser source. That's what I need, browser source. I don't need. Let's see here. I need a browser source, not a media source. Now, where is browser source? How do I add a browser source? Because I don't see browser source on the list here. See video capture. See a media source. Let me go back to Google here. Yeah, because I don't see an OBS. I don't see my browser source on this. Huh, interesting. I'm going to have to look into this later because I cannot find it. I don't want to watch a video while I'm doing this. Let's see here. No, don't need the stand a loop app. Good old technology for you. Good old technology for you. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that later. Let me see here. I think I'm pretty much set up for this, for the most part. I just need to get my chat working and go from there. I got my stay tuned going. I just need to finish working on that. But other than that, I do need an end screen. So let me work on that. Which is going to be my, where is it here? Which is going to be the normal thing I typically have at the end of my videos, which is the end screen. So I do want to copy that into my streaming folder. That way I have it all in the same folder. That way I'm not looking for it all over the place all the time when I need it. So I have that moved in the right thing. So let me. Okay, I might go silent for the time being because I'm going to do this one without the audio in the video. So I'm going to create a new scene here called end. I don't know if you can hear me right now. Hopefully you don't, but I will see in the replay, see if you actually pick this. I don't have any source on this. So I see on the audio mixer, I do see things going, but I can't see offhand. So do you want to add a media source? video. Let's see.
The day is done, the lights are low. Gazing at the tank, the worries slow. Little fishies dart and weave. A silent
Watching?
world.
I'm still streaming. I'm just kind of playing around with this right now. So let me edit that. Do want to. That one's off. Monitor off. This one I monitor and output.
The day is done, the lights are low. Gazing at the tank, the worries slow. Little fishies dart and weave.
Alrighty. I think I'm set up for the most part. I think there's a few things I do need still set up, and I will be doing that eventually, but not right now. I do have things to do this morning. But at least I'm kind of set up for the streaming options, and I see that my stream's going perfectly fine. I'm probably going to eventually do some other testing. I'll probably have some other testing streams going on. This one is just primarily just doing the basic setup. That way I have it set up. That way I know it works. And of course, this is my Fish Club's t-shirt. This is my Fish Club shirt, which I will be wearing this to my Fish Club meeting today. So if you're around Fountain Valley, hopefully I'll see you there at the Coast Fish Club. This starts at 12, goes on to 4. Although I don't know what the meeting is going to be like this week. The speaker that we had unfortunately canceled due to some personal issues. But anyways, I think I'm going to end this here. Primarily that way I can actually get going, and because I do need to do a few things around the house before I go. I know I still have a few more hours, but I need to get a little rest. I need to take care of that. But overall, I think this computer is going to be good for my streaming. Looking at the dropped frames, it looks like it's going perfectly on that. Looks like I have an excellent connection as opposed to my previous laptop, which I was having connection issues. But back then I was doing more. I was doing more than I am right now. But basically, I hope to catch you in the future weeks. I do plan on having some streams. I need to work on getting my phone connected to my streaming. That way I could actually do more things like the fishy news, which I do like using my phone for that. I will be doing some giveaways in the future. I'll be doing the Price is Right game, which you could catch up previous live streams on that and see how that works. I will have a good time at the Fish Club. I don't, like I said, I don't know what they're doing today. I don't know if it's going to, there's a few options that they had planned. Unfortunately, like I said, this speaker had to cancel, which is fine. Things happen. But anyways, I hope everyone has a great time, day or night, or whenever you're watching this. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate it. I know I do need to get my watch hours up, but I'm really not too concerned about that anymore. I think I'm going to basically try to go away from that somewhat. I mean, my goal is to actually get those watch hours and hopefully eventually monetize. That way I have a little bit coming in doing this. But I'm not going to be too geared on that as I was, primarily because I just need to refocus on getting content out there, refocus on why I was doing this in the first place. Yeah, I mean, monetization is nice and all. If it happens, it happens. But I'm a little bit closer than what I was. I still need about 1,000 hours. So live streams do help, as well as actually releasing content. I do have content coming up on a heater, which I have recorded. I just need to put together the video, as well as I do have a video on a light in the background as well. I still need to record on. I don't know if I'll have time this week. Hopefully I have time to do that this week. So definitely stay tuned for those. Anyways, I'm going to head out, and everyone hopefully you have a great night and day, or whenever you're watching this. Thank you. Bye.